I think the bid stands at $1,200 at the moment, Dave. So if you've got $1,205, you can buy it back from us, and the dough all goes in the right direction.
Thanks, Neil.
Racing Ford Falcon, alongside him Paul Dumbrell, Botlow Racing, and just here on my left is Mark Wintterbottom, who this weekend runs number 95 on the car because he's got a cameo role in the Disney Pixar movie Cars 2. Lightning McQueen has 95 on his car. Mark Wintterbottom's got 95 on his now as well. The cars have gone out. The flag has gone green. We'll just dive in here because one of the points that I also wanted to make is that part of the Dunlop race tyre looks like, after Mark Larkin was just explaining a bit about tyres and changes down there, but they've actually taken new tyres off James Moffat's car, and they must use the Dunlop softer tyre, and there's one set of each. One gentleman that I wanted to just introduce to you that we haven't had much of a chance to meet so far this year is sitting in the middle. He's being a bit cheeky. Courtney, Lowndes, Davison. So this is the bit that I really like. Inside the last 10 minutes of this session, when everybody gets their final tweaks done, the best set of tyres they've got available. A little mistake there from Steve Owen, and he gets it crossed up. He's gone partially down the time achieved. Courtney, Lowndes, Davison. So this is the bit that I really like. Inside the last 10 minutes of this session, when everybody gets their final tweaks done, the best set of tyres they've got available. A little mistake there from Steve Owen, and he gets it crossed up.
Use up that fresh rubber. Obviously, over the duration of a race, and here this weekend, 200-kilometre races, you need the car to be a little more compliant, a little easier on its tyres. So when he says about
everybody starts to get into push it hard and experimental mode, they might have put a better quality tyre set on. In fact, this run through the high-speed S's here, through 6, 7, and then ultimately leading down to 8. I reckon this is a great bit of the racetrack. Kelly, Van Gisbergen and Dumbrell, both Todd Kelly and Paul Dumbrell are in the pit lane at the moment, so more and more cars now going out on those tyres. 3 minutes and 46 seconds remaining in this session.
And remember, Neil, I just got to say, isn't that funny? Just as we spoke to Tim Edwards and he said about, oh no, we're changing it for qualifying to a race car, Frosty goes to the top of the timesheets. Imagine if they change it to a qualifying car.
Well, I was just 0.7 for Jamie Whincup. Nice number. Whincup, Holdsworth, Reynolds, Wintterbottom. Craig Lowndes has moved to third, so in full camo, so it was hard to see them. First and third, TeamVodafone. Lee Holdsworth second. David Reynolds fourth. Holdsworth now in the lane. And I'm looking for sector splits down the order at the moment to see whether or not there's anybody else going to jump in. Shane Van Gisbergen's given it away now with 20 seconds remaining. Just 7.08 to the first sector for him. He's 14th at the moment. And what you've got to watch for in this session is people jumping up all of a sudden that catch everybody unawares. They've fiddled with the car, they've suddenly got to do a good, and they jump up and become very effective very quickly. Wintterbottom, Kelly, Van Gisbergen and Dumbrell. Here's Lee Holdsworth out of the final corner, turn 13. It's the slowest corner on the track. 60 kilometres an hour at the apex onto the fastest straight we have here, and at turn 2. It's a great little racetrack, this one. I'm back inside Jim Beam Racing here, and I was going to point out what a green Dunlop race tyre looks like after Mark Larkin was just explaining a bit about tyres and changes down there, but they've actually taken new tyres off James Moffat's car and they've put second-hand tyres back on it. They've got 24 of the hard tyres this weekend, but in both the races on Saturday and Sunday,